Dear students, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am Anzur Ahmad, lecturer history. Our today's topic for 11th class students of history subject is a brief description about the development of Australia. Dear students, when you look at the development of Australia from ancient to modern times, we understand that the arrival of man in Australia is old and long. It is thought that the early humans arrived here about 40,000 years ago. The scholars believe that the early humans who arrived here 40,000 years ago arrived via New Guinea. This New Guinea is an island in the southwestern Pacific Ocean. It is believed that it was through this island that the earliest humans reached Australia 40,000 years ago. However, the Australian natives means the people who were the original inhabitants of Australia, or the indigenous inhabitants of Australia who lived there when Europeans reached Australia. And these Australian natives believe that the people who lived in Australia 40,000 years ago, they had not come to Australia from anywhere else, from anywhere outside world. Rather, they had always been residing in Australia, living in Australia. That's why they are called Aborigines by the natives of Australia, as Aborigines means the people who lived in Australia from earliest times. It is also believed that there were some other people or native people who lived in northern parts of Australia, and they were called as Torres Strait Islanders. However, the term aborigine is not used for these people because they are believed to have migrated to Australia from somewhere else and did not originally belong to Australia. So these are the two earliest settlers, earliest people who are believed to have lived in Australia. First the people who lived here 40,000 years ago, who were called as Aborigines, who originally belonged to Australia as per Australian natives. And then there were the Torres Strait Islanders who also lived here in northern parts of Australia, who are believed to have come from somewhere else as per the native Australians. And it is believed that before the arrival of Europeans in Australia during the 18th century, there were about 350 to 750 native communities that were living in Australia in different parts. Each community had its own distinct language. And it is believed that for the first time, a Dutch explorer, Dutch means a person belonging to Holland, a Dutch navigator, William James, succeeded in reaching Australia in 606 AD. Similarly, another Dutch sailor, A.J. Tasman, succeeded in reaching an island in Australia, and he named that island as Tasmania. In the same year, he also discovered New Zealand as well. Despite the discovery of Australia by the Dutch people, by the people of Holland, no effort was made by these Dutch people to establish colonies in different parts of Australia. It was ultimately the British sailor, the English sailor, James Cook, who succeeded in reaching a small island in Australia called Botany Bay in 1770 AD. He named this island as New South Wales. While living here, James Cook prepared a very important map of Australia, in which he mentioned the names of 180 sites that he had discovered in Australia. And this map proved to be a source of great inspiration for future sailors from British and other European parts who used to come to this Australia. And the first colony and the first permanent settlement that was established in Australia was established by British in 1788, was established by English or the British people in 1788 at Sydney. And after establishing the first colony at Sydney, several other colonies were established by English people and other Europeans, especially English, in different parts of Australia. Initially, the people who lived in Sydney were basically the criminals who were convicted in England and were deported, had been deported from England and imprisoned in Sydney. After these criminals completed their jail term, their punishment, they were allowed to live a free life in Australia and were not allowed to return back to Britain, back to England. With the course of time, these people, these criminals who were in large numbers in Sydney and other parts of Australia, when they had this idea in mind that they had no chance to go back to England, therefore they considered themselves the permanent settlers of Australia. It is these people who became the earliest settlers among the foreigners in Australia and paid due attention towards the various activities like cultivation of crops. And it is these people who displaced the natives of Australia, who originally lived in Australia, from their main places of Australia, main areas of Australia, and forced them to retreat or forced them to get displaced to the forest areas, to the rural areas. So these criminals, the earliest settlers in the Sydney and Australia, began to we can say displace the original inhabitants and take their place and clear forests, clear their lands for agricultural operations. And no doubt it is believed that these natives initially had good relations with the people who came from this Europe, especially the people who came from England. They helped the Europeans to the maximum possible extent. In this regard, we have possessed travelogues of several explorers who explain in detail how cordial relations were between the natives and the Europeans who came here from different parts of Europe. However, with the killing of assassination of James Cook, we understand that Europeans adopted a hostile attitude towards these natives, and they made to inflict atrocities on these natives. And as a result of this, the Europeans we need to say the Europeans slowly and gradually cleared the forests for undertaking cultivation, and they compelled the natives to abandon their lands and get displaced to forest areas. And these foreign nationals who were the early settlers from outsiders in Australia as the British criminals, they displaced the natives from their original lands and took their lands in their own occupation, in their own control. They cleared the forest lands, started agricultural operations, and then these natives were made to work for the economic development of Australia by the people who had come from different parts of Europe to live in Australia. These natives were made to work in the agricultural fields and the mines, where it was very hard to work for them due to the unhospitable conditions there. So, in nutshell, we can say the original natives of Australia, whose Australia was originally, they became the slaves of the people who had come from different parts of Europe. So the people who came from different parts of Europe, they took the central place, they took the market, they took the important place of Australia in their own hands and made these Australian natives their slaves, made them to work in mines, made them to work in agricultural fields, and ultimately we can say the economic development of this Australia took a new turn when these European settlers and different European settlers established colonies in different parts of Europe and began to do agricultural operations. They not only cleared forests for agricultural operations, but large scale sheep farms were established for rearing a special kind of sheep of Australia, namely the merino sheep. We also know that forests was cleared for the development of agriculture. Wheat production was given a new boost. Vast vineyards were established to encourage the wine industry. The mining industry was also established in Australia, which thus the foundation for the prosperity and progress of Australia was made. But we need to keep this thing in mind. All these economic activities were started by the people who had come from different European countries to Australia, and the Australian natives were forced to work in all these agricultural activities as slaves, as servants, and had no good life to spend for themselves. And it is in this background that the Australia got developed, wherein Europeans took the central places and natives of Australia were forced to retreat or get displaced to the outside, to the jungle areas, to the forest areas, and forced to work as the slaves, the servants, and the laborers of the people who had come from Europe and settled here. And we also understand that it was in 1911 it was decided that a capital of Australia must be there, and the name for the capital was decided to be Wool, Wheat, Gold was suggested for it. But ultimately, at last, its name was the name of the capital was given Canberra, and the term Canberra has its origin in a native word that is Canberra, which means a meeting place. So this is a short note we can say about the development of Australia. If I mentioned to modern times, how Australia developed, who were natives there, and how natives developed, and how the Europeans took the place of the natives in different parts of Australia. Thank you.